Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of In the Kitchen with Baker Girl. Thank you, Jesus. It is another beautiful spring day to be in the kitchen. Now, speaking of spring, in our area, and I'm assuming probably where you guys are, you probably have all of these beautiful violets popping up all over the place as we do. And whenever I see them, I always think of violet jelly. So that is what I'm going to be making today. I'm going to show you how to take these wild violets and turn them into a beautiful pink jelly. Yes, I know they actually are purple, but they go from purple to blue to pink, thanks to lemon juice. And I'm going to show you how to make violet jelly in today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out anytime I upload a new video. Let's make some jelly. Now, I picked my violets yesterday and I washed them and I poured boiling water over them and then let the violet tea steep, because that is essentially what you're making. You're making an infusion. And then I just poured it off through a strainer and remove the flower petals. And you end up with this beautiful, it's almost like, and I will pour some into a tiny glass and show you. It's not exactly blue and it's not exactly pink either. It's this gorgeous color that just changes each time you look at it. It changes color. But I'm going to show you how this is going to change even more color. Now, let's talk a little bit about cooking or making things with flowers. Now, of course, first off, anytime you're out foraging, you want to make sure that what you're picking is edible things. So do your research and make sure that this is an edible plant. However, violets are usually in our area exactly what they are. So these are obviously violets. Now, I don't make, because violets in our area are kind of sparse, not like they used to be years ago. So I don't make violet jelly every year. I usually give the violets a couple of years because these are wild picked. It's not like we're growing violets. So I usually give them a couple of years before I make more violet jelly. So, and I always make very small amounts, which is the reason why I don't have a lot of violet tea here, because you don't want to over harvest and then, you could kill your violets. And as I say, ours are wild, voluntarily pop up all over the place. And we had more when we had dogs, but after my dogs passed, I didn't feel as comfortable when I had my dogs picking violets out of the yard. But now that my boys are gone, my violets are also gone. So I'm like, great. But we don't have as many violets, which is the reason why you don't want to over harvest. Hence the very small amount. Now, in previous video, I showed you how to make forsythia jelly out of those beautiful yellow forsythia flowers, and I will leave a link here in the iCards, and also it should be in the description box below this video, or you can look on my channel and I show you how to make a beautiful golden summer in a jar springtime jelly. Be sure to check the video out, and actually, if you haven't seen it, I would suggest that you watch that one before you watch this one, because that one is more of a bit of a detail on jelly, a little bit more in depth, and show you how to water bath process jelly. I'm not going to water bath process this because there's not a lot of it, and we'll probably, go through it fairly easily because I like to use tiny little jelly jars. Now, the ingredients are exactly the same as I shared in my forsythia flower jelly. You need a flower infused tea. It could be rose petals. It could be dandelions. It could be any edible flower petal. It could be pansies. As long as it's edible. It could be marigolds as well. You need some sugar, and you need some lemon juice, and you need some pectin. And I use low or no sugar added pectin because I don't like my jelly to be super, super sweet. Now, you need the lemon juice. But here's the funny thing. Now, this is blue. Let me see if I can put it up against the sugar. And you see, this is blue, a beautiful blue. But the moment you add the lemon juice to this, it's going to turn pink. The same if you were using butterfly pea flowers. That's a tongue twister. Butterfly pea flowers. They are beautiful, and they are these little teeny blue flowers, and they turn a very deep blue when you steep them in water. The good thing about butterfly pea flowers, if you cannot find them fresh flowers, usually you might can find them at a farmer's market. As a matter of fact, there's a lady in our area that sells butterfly pea flowers at the farmer's market. If you can't, you can order a large container of them on Amazon. I've seen them. And they make a stunning blue tea that you can drink. Just, you can drink this, but the butterfly pea flower is more for drinking. So I'm going to show you what happens when you take a little bit of lemon juice and you add it to the violet jelly. So I'm going to take just a few drops of it, and I'm going to show you exactly what happens. So now our liquid is this beautiful, I guess you would call it like an ultramarine blue. But watch what happens the moment we add the lemon juice. And it only takes it a few drops, and it turns pink. And now you have a beautiful pink jelly or pink liquid. So it's no longer blue. Now it's this beautiful pinkish purple. And the more lemon juice you add, the more pink it will become. Isn't that just stunning? And that is just the chemical reaction from the lemon juice. If I put it back up against the sugar. Now you see, we've got purple. I love doing this. It is so much fun. Oh, who would have thought? Now, I can set the sugar aside because we don't need the sugar right this minute. I have a stainless steel pot, and I'm going to go ahead and pour this right in. It is so beautiful. And I'm saying bye-bye to this beautiful, beautiful color because, of course, the moment I pour the lemon juice in here, it is going to turn blue. So in goes the lemon juice. It's going to turn pink, not blue. In goes the lemon juice, and there it's happening. And bye-bye. It's not blue anymore. Okay, so add in the lemon juice. I'm going to go ahead and pour our little sample back in. And I'm going to go ahead and add in my pectin. Now, since I have half of the amount of lemon juice of violet tea, not lemon juice, violet tea that I have for my forsythia jelly, I am going to use half of the amount of pectin. So set that aside. And I'm just going to whisk in half of the packet. And there's no need to, be too fussy. You can eyeball it. That's about half of the pack, maybe a little more. Don't add all of it though, because your pectin will make your jam. If you add too much, it can become a little bit rubbery. Jelly. I'm used to making jams, by the way, not jellies. The reason why I prefer jam to jelly is because jam uses far less sugar and more real fruit. But when you're making an infused tea or something like, obviously you wouldn't necessarily want rose petals or violet petals. So I'm going to go over to the stove and bring this to the boil. I'm going to bring it to a boil, and I'm going to boil it for 1 minute, and then I will add in the sugar. So I'll meet you over by the stove. Okay, now it's time to add in the sugar. Add it all in. There we are. And give it a stir. and bring it back to the boil. And I'm going to boil this hard for 2 minutes. Exactly 2 minutes, no longer. So set your timer. Okay, so the violet jelly is done, and I'm going to go ahead and pour it right into my measuring cup. Being very careful because this is, of course, very hot. Pour it right in. This just makes it a little easier to transfer into my little teeny jam pots here. So I'm just going to go ahead and line them up like right little soldiers and fill them with my violet jelly. So pour it in. I did skim off the foam, and you'll have some foam. Just fill each one. And this will make a beautiful gift for someone, because you know sometimes you're not you don't want a whole lot of jam or jelly, you just want a little bit. So this is perfect. Just give you a little bit. Okay, so all my little jars are filled. I've got a little bit left. So I'm just going to pour some into this little saucer that I have here. And this will really, really set up faster because it's a lot more open. And you want these to just let them set until they are completely cooled. Now, I'm not going to water bath process these because there's really there's no need for this amount of little teeny jars. If you wanted to, though, you could do, as I showed you in the forsythia flowers jelly. I keep trying to say jam jelly. As I say, I'm not used to making, I don't normally make a lot of jelly. I prefer jams, preserves, those kinds of things. Now, the difference is preserves usually are made with whole pieces of fruit, such as sliced pears, sliced apples, sliced peaches. Jams are made with crushed fruit, everything added but not strained. Jelly is entirely no solids, so it's just pure liquid with 0 solids. And those are the differences for those of you who are new to jam, jelly, or preserve making. And there's another type that is called butters. I love butters, whether it's apple butter, peach butter. Peach butter is delicious, and I am looking forward to that in peach season to make some good old-fashioned peach butter. But today we're making violet jelly, and I'm just going to let these sit because they are quite hot. I'm going to let these sit and until it sets, which it won't take long. Now, I'm saying it won't take long because I can tell simply by looking at the last little bit left in the pot, I can tell it's already gelling up. So that's a good indication that you've got a good jelly. But it could take sometime anywhere from 2 weeks for jelly to set. I made some plum jelly once upon a time. Oh, it's been about maybe 15 years ago. I made some plum jelly, and that jelly never would set up. And I kept looking at it, and I'm like, I still got pancake sauce or something. I put it down cellar and completely forgot about it. Went back months later, and I'm like, I could turn it over and nothing happened. And I'm thinking, oh, I just needed some patience. So sometimes you just need a little bit of patience, and your jelly will set. If you've done all the right things, your jelly will set. But you can always take a chilled plate, just pour a little spoon of your jelly on it, and then just do the drag through your finger motion. If it wrinkles up, you're good to go. If it stays liquidy, even on a chilled plate, you need to adjust your sugar, your acid, such as your lemon juice, or maybe you just need to cook it just a little bit longer until it gets to that jelly stage. So I'm going to let this set up and bottle it up, and I'll show you what it looks like then. Okay, all of the little jars are capped off. I've got them covered, and you can't see it, but I'm standing, that's because I'm standing in front of the light, but it is this beautiful pink color with purple right around the edges. They are so pretty. And I put some in this white bowl just so you can get a glimpse of the pretty pink color. This is not perfectly set because, as I say, it takes a little longer, but if you notice, it's getting there. But it's not 100% set, but it's set enough that you can tell you've got a nice gel. So, of course, you've got to have a taste test. I mean, like, why wait for this to set up? So, I have here a little teeny tea biscuit. That's one of the joys of being a baker is you have little treats about. So, I've got here a little teeny tea biscuit. And I am going to spread on some of my homemade violet jelly. That biscuit smells good. And of course, this is the kind of thing that would be wonderful to, oh, look, you can literally cut. Oh, wow. Look. This would be wonderful to serve for like a mother's brunch or a lady's tea. I always think of these kinds of things sort of like a lady's mother's things because it's so delicate. But I'm sure the guys would enjoy it too. But I am going to have some of my violet jelly on a homemade tea biscuit, and I'm going to enjoy it. And of course, I'll share. I will definitely be sharing. I have quite a few little jars here. And just imagine this winter. Well, we're just stepping out of winter here on the East Coast. But just imagine, Lord willing, this upcoming winter. And it is howling winds and snow outside. And you can't get out. You can crack open one of these tiny little jars of violet jelly and enjoy a little bit of springtime. But whenever you enjoy your jelly, please take a little time, go out, make sure you pick a few edible flowers and turn them into a delicious jelly that you can enjoy with your friends and family any time of the year. You don't have to wait till springtime. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please give the video a like, a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, and please share my channel with your friends and family. And by the way, if you are a new subscriber, thank you so much for being here. And if you are a returning viewer, welcome. You guys know I always enjoy hearing from every last one of you. And if there is a particular type of floral jelly that you would like to see me make, leave a comment and let me know. And of course, if you have any questions about making jellies, floral or fruit, just drop me a comment and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you may have. So, the good Lord willing, I'll see you guys in another video. Take care, y'all. Bye.